Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Friday morning as I begin this, and I hope you guys are having a great day. It's 9:30 something in the morning. I got my workout done for the day and ready to get into whatever today's gonna bring. Gonna be doing some work around the house. I've been filming videos, but those videos don't ever turn into or amount to nothing. And I think a big part of that is because I'm in a weird place right now with videos. I don't really know what I'm doing. I do know kind of what I'm doing. I think I'm 1 foot out the door with After Prison Show. I really am. Like, I don't think I've got it in me anymore. It doesn't feel good. And you know, views being one thing, but you know, as much as you'll try and you'll try and you'll try, the times will certainly tell you, hey, yo, it might be time to let go. Sometimes you just got to let go. So I'm kind of feeling that, and I've been kind of feeling that for a while now. You know, to give you a better sense, today would be an excellent day to film a little clouty type of video, considering, oh, Jussie Smollett just got the whole 150 days yesterday, and, you know, marching out of the courtroom, fist held high, talking about, I'm not suicidal, which is crazy to think because, you know, I don't want to make any jokes about the situation. Maybe that man genuinely does fear he's going to end up like a Epstein associate or some shit, right? Or, you know, initially when I heard that, my first thought was, oh, you know you going to the padded cell stick, man. Turtle suit and all, 150 days you going to be spending up in there. For your own good. It's for your own good, Jussie. It's for your own good. But I just ain't, you know, could make a hell of a video about it, but to be honest with you, I don't know, man. It's time to move on in life. You know, it's houses, it's other things. I'm 40, like, and it's Joe Does stuff, and that's what I really want. You know, if I'm gonna do YouTube, forget trying to focus on 2 channels when I can't give enough of myself to either one of those channels combined. If I can alleviate one, maybe I can put forth the energy that's needed for the other. And you know, hey, After Prison Show, it's been a hell of a run. So it might just be time to bow out, to say, you know, farewell. But not here. I'm going to do, you know, we got to make that a big spectacle, I guess. And also, you know, 6 years worth of content can be better suited elsewhere. Trust me when I tell you. I got other places I could TikTok, Facebook, you know. After Prison Show on YouTube just don't seem to be it, Chief. So starting with that, let me go ahead and sit down. All I do is walk laps around my kitchen. I don't know if you guys ever pick up on that, but I do. Actually, before I sit down, let me show you some things. We have been working. So the bathroom, you might notice the filming light down here. Well, that's because there's no light. We done took the light out right there. But the bathroom is pretty close to completion. Toilet's in there, toilet works. There ain't no light in here though. Walls are painted. We're just missing a light. We tried to do some wallpaper in here yesterday, and that was just not working out for us. So we're gonna put a nice vanity in there and call it a day. Put a nice light in there. We already got the mirror for there, call that a day. We've also been working on my laundry room, and that actually looks really good. Damon was over here yesterday. He painted all this for me. So we cleaned up all of this. Really nice. We painted this in here. It looks really clean. And we're actually putting a retractable shelf in here. I'm doing that. You'll see that. I'll be working on that at some point today, maybe. And that's going to be pretty cool. We've actually got that outside. That is right here. So there's our retractable shelf. Big long Jimmy right here. Just needs another coat of paint on her. So we'll get that painted up. And where are my retracts at? So in terms of how it's going to operate, put you guys down for a second so I can show you. It's better if I show you now. So boom, this is a 16-inch track right here, right? Made for probably something just like this. Maybe a sleeve gun. Bing, bing, bing. But yeah, 16-inch, that board that you just seen was 16-inch as well. So this is going to be right up on the side of that. This is going to be all the way in the back of the laundry area. So you'll be able to pull the shelf up closer to you now. And when you're done with it, you just retract it on back. Going to be working on that today. That's a pretty easy thing that's just going to add a little flair to a room that, you know, is otherwise forgotten unless you're doing laundry, right? Ooh, who's calling me? Newport News? Yellow? Yellow?
Hello, this is Ellen, and I'm calling from Safe Health Medicare. How are you doing today?
I don't want to fucking talk to you. Did you hear me? She didn't say anything. A service payment reminder called but did not leave a message. What? I've been making all my payments on time. And my credit score is going up. So there's that. All right, so what else? What are we going to do today? I'm going to Walmart in just a minute. I got to go buy me a weight bench. They didn't even say anything. I'm pretty sure that was a recording, right? That wasn't a real person. I'm going to go buy me a weight bench today. I'm going to go buy me 2 dumbbells. I've been trying to find these things on Facebook Marketplace, and every time I find them, they're gone just like that. It's March. Okay, this week we're getting ready to spring forward on Sunday. The clocks go ahead. If you didn't know, now you know. Joe the Weatherman. So all these weights are gone just as soon as they're posted, and it's because everybody wants to get right for the summertime. I do as well. But anyways, Walmart's got a bench and 2 dumbbells for like $100, right? That's all I need. Little 245s or some shit like that on the bench. I can do my curls with that. So I'm gonna go get that. I'm going to, I don't know what else. Work on my laundry area. I'm going to, yeah, I really don't know what else I'm gonna do. Waiting on flip number 4. I've been thinking, hear me out now, this is gonna be completely left field. But, you know, because I'm trying to get back into shape, me and my wife, we used to go ice skating from time to time. We got skates, I even got hockey skates. So I was like, well, tomorrow's gonna be raining. We could go ice skating tomorrow. That'd be something to do. So not only are we gonna go ice skating, I've been thinking about, because we've been going to these EHL hockey games, I'm like, man, I would love to try to play hockey, right? Joe does stuff, hear me out. Joe does stuff, 40-year-old famous supercalifragilisticexpialidocious YouTuber playing hockey. Could you imagine me getting checked? Could you imagine me dropping the gloves? Fuck these YouTuber fights. We need hockey fights. YouTuber hockey fights. Oh my God, Joe, did you just think of something? Probably not. But yeah, man, so I didn't even know that this existed. They've got literally over 18 and over pickup hockey games, right? And they've got hockey leagues for adults. Can you imagine my 40-year-old ass out there with like some young little Navy SEAL 22-year-old boy? And we're gonna film it. That's what this is all about. For Joe does stuff, enough is never enough. Forget just flipping houses. We're going back to storage auctions. We're going to play hockey and go to batting cages and go golfing. I don't know a damn thing about golf. What's a par and a bogey? I want to have fun. I want to enjoy life. That's what I really want to do. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I did my workout this morning. I did push-ups. I did curls. And I did a lot of stomach exercise. I did like these side-to-side things. And I did crunches. So I'm feeling pretty pumped up. The only thing that I've consumed this morning at 9:50 in the morning is a protein shake. So there's that. I ran yesterday. My legs are tenderoni this morning, but it's all for the better good, right? And I got no idea what else. That's about all I got for right this second. So let me see what today's gonna bring, and I'll share more with you guys in just a little bit. Trying not to eat my feelings today. It's tough. So far, what have I eaten today? Protein shake after the workout. 3 boiled eggs, 3 strawberries, apple, banana, pickle. Tuna fish is probably gonna be for lunch, and getting ready to go load up the file because I'm a walking contradiction. So I just got done filming the video about Jussie Smollett. Joe, what the world? You was just talking about you wasn't gonna do that earlier today. Man, it's hard, man. It's hard to let go. And I feel like I actually knocked that out of the park, too. There were a lot of different things I wanted to mention in relation to that. I just can't stop, man. It's like an addiction. It's like you don't want to let go. And I find myself kind of twiddling my thumbs. So let me share with you. I filmed a little bit earlier. What was I planning on doing? Hey, I wanted to go to Walmart and try to get a bench and 2 dumbbells. I saw that they had them in stock, at least they said on the website. And, you know, I could have got this for about $100. So I go there, and they ain't got hardly shit in there. They definitely don't got anything that I'm looking for. So now I gotta leave out of Walmart. 10 o'clock in the morning feeling like, or 10:30 in the morning, some shit like that. You know, you're leaving out of a store with nothing. You feel like all eyes is on you. So I come back home, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna film the video, right? I think it came out pretty good, so there's that. I'm just trying to keep myself busy today. Today's kind of a crazy day for other reasons that I don't want to get into right this second. I'll probably share more on that real soon. My wife's dealing with a lot of stuff today, so I'm just trying to keep myself busy. I filmed that video, and that's really about all I got going on. I had to deal with an email in relation to the landscape, in relation to a bunch of work proposed for that. And next month's gonna be a busy month with that landscape job. I've actually pulled out all of my contractor information, and I'm gonna buckle down and get on that. And that's about it, that's all I got. So I'm gonna get this video, I'm gonna try to edit this video real quick. It's 11:40 in the morning. Try to have that video edited real quick, and then probably go work on that shelf in my downstairs laundry area. So as far as I got for right this second, that's as much as I've got. I'll share with you guys in a little while. All right, if you've made it this far in this video, you've done so for, you're about to get a treat. All right, here we go. Story time, breaking news story time. Some shit that I could not tell you about. Boy, I wanted to as well. This is gonna be a pretty crazy thing to share with you guys. A lot of moving parts to this. I'm gonna try to share it as quickly as I possibly can, and then I'm gonna wrap this video up for the day, because I've got some other stuff to work on. All right, so hear me out on this. I wanted to tell you about a situation that had been developing and brewing for months. And that situation was the fact that my wife was kind of getting sued, and had to go to court. And who she was getting sued by, she wasn't personally getting sued by this guy, but she was a big part of it. And even I was brought in to this situation as well. So here's the backstory about, and when this happened, oh man, I just started thinking to myself, I should have done more. I really should have. Ironically, I can do more right this second. And God, that feels good to know. I didn't want to share this story because I was like, you know, what if this dude sees this? And, you know, fuck this guy at this point, the way that I feel. So here's the deal. If you go back to flip number 2, I hired a Class A contractor to do the drywall finishing work over there. And if you remember that contractor was a contractor who was brought to me by my wife, and he was doing work at the property that my wife was working at. She no longer works for that company. That's the first thing that I want to mention. She's moved on to bigger and better things. I liked this guy quite a bit, man. I liked this guy quite a bit. I remember there were people who came home from prison who, you know, would end up working with this guy. And, you know, there was that. And, you know, there was a lot of talk about the way the dude paid people. But whatever. That was between them. That had nothing to do with anything else. But I hired this guy to do the drywall finishing work over on flip 2, to patch in some spots where we had cut into the walls when we did the new electrical over there, and it was old plaster, lath and plaster, and that was to be patched in with new drywall, and then we were doing knockdown texture throughout the entire house. If you remember, by the end of that, I ended up having to finish that work because the work that was done so piss poor. I hired this guy. He gave me a price. I think the price was like $4,000, and the price went up to $5,000, and I paid this guy and paid this guy and paid this guy until finally we got down to the last $1,000. And, you know, we kept going back and forth because of the shoddy work. I hired this guy's company to come in and do this work, and he had one guy that he subbed the work out to who just didn't do a good job. And by the end of the job, I finally just said, you know what? We're done. Here's the last of the money that I owe you, and I gotta finish this. And that was the end of it. And I thought about suing that guy so bad because of the quality of the work that was done in there. If you remember, dude got locked up throughout the job or whatever. And I mean, he didn't like stay locked up or anything, but he did get arrested. And you know, there were just a lot of things that caused the job to just carry on. The reason I didn't sue him is because he kept coming and trying to correct the work. By the end of it though, he would end up admitting to me that he had never done plaster repairs before. You're supposed to be well versed in this, especially if you take on the job, right? That was the end of it involving me. Didn't work out, that was the end of it. Well, meanwhile, dude was doing work for my wife's, the property she was working at, and he was doing other work as well, and he was also trying to get other work as well. He's a business person, right? So you're trying to constantly get new work drummed up. But I guess that there were some issues with the work that he was doing around the board, and, you know, getting locked up, and then other things that were taking place. So anyways, long story short, he lost a lot of work that he was doing, right? He lost a lot of business. Now, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. He did a piss poor job for me. My wife was the manager of the place where he was doing a lot of work at, and then he shortly thereafter lost all of that as well. Well, he would end up attempting to sue my wife and the company, and not even for that. He would sue because there was a job that he was supposed to be doing that he quoted at $4,000, but he underbid the job, I guess. He never completed the job, and then he tried to come back and say that the price was really $10,000. So he was suing not only for the $10,000, but then there was also this other like $50,000 lawsuit for fraud, which was directed at my wife, saying that my wife fraudulently changed the invoice or some shit like that. When my wife has been in the industry for 14 plus years, and you know, she's never done anything of the sort. But of course, dude was trying to throw me into the mix as well, saying, yeah, you know, I had a bad business dealing with her husband, and then, you know, this. And I thought to myself, I was like, well, if you had a bad business dealing with me and you keep trying to, and you know, let me share this as well. My wife and I are currently in the midst of round number 5 with the IVF. Like, that is happening this month, and this was the biggest stress on my wife's plate. And I kept trying to tell my wife, it's gonna be okay, even though I really don't know, it's gonna be okay. Dude sounds like a jackass. You know, you've got the quote for the 4,000, and then he comes back and says that it's 10,000 and he never finished the job. He didn't even know what the material on the job was, saying that it was fiberglass. Like, there was a lot of inconsistencies with that. And then the fraud thing, that was just something totally outlandish as well. And I told my wife, I said, look, you know, for this dude to say that he had a bad business dealing with me, and then that's why the shit went downhill where he was doing this work at, the judge is going to want to know, well, what was the bad business dealing? And you know, what do you say in response to, oh, he wasn't satisfied with the quality of the work that I did? So wait a minute. You got one customer who's not satisfied with the quality of work that you're doing, and then you lose not even a contract, you just lose the ability, there was no contract. You just lose the ability to be able to do work, maybe because of the quality of work that you're doing. You're not finishing jobs. You can't even bid jobs correctly. So there's that. Right? So I'm trying to tell my wife that this situation is going to be okay. And I said, shit, if he keeps bringing me into the mix, then come after me. Come after me if that's where your grudge is at. Come sue me saying that I'm the reason why you lost the ability to do this work. Let me tell you something. It's a business world. If you do a bad job with me, and I've got the ability to talk to X, Y, and Z, hey man, dude did a fucked up job for me, you know, that's just my opinion though. That's just my opinion. I can't tell you what to do. But you know, word travels fast. especially in the construction industry. I share all of these things with you guys because today was the court date for this. Now, mind you, you're going up against a corporation, right? You're going up against some people who just, boy, their pockets is invincible, right? So you go into this trying to sue these folks for the $10,000 that you were never paid. He was given a check for the $4,000. He refused to cash that check because he said that he was really owed $10,000. And then there was this $50,000 fraud thing or whatever the hell was going on with that. Do you know this case got thrown out immediately? Immediately. Because they found out, and I just learned, I didn't even know, but I know now, that this dude, bear with me now, I know this shit's about to sound crazy, ain't even a licensed fucking contractor. They brought up in court the fact that dude didn't have an LLC. You ain't even an established business doing work. I just looked dude up in the DPOR. I don't even see no business license for you, stickaroo. So now I think to myself, because see, I wasn't going to talk about this, right? Because I was like, damn, man, dude might try to come after me, and then I got to fight that joint. It ain't going to be nothing but views, and, you know, because that's all it'll be. I went through this already. I went through this with an electrician at that same house. I think I was telling you about suing the guy because he wasn't a licensed contractor. I remember having that conversation with you, and you were sitting there smiling in my face. Yep, knowing all the while that you weren't neither, never have been. Never have been. How you gonna try to sue somebody, a business, an entity, knowing that you're not even legit? And this is what was brought up, the fact that, oh, well, you know, there was a contract. Let me tell you what I learned, stickaroo, in my fucking contractor class. Right here. You know what they tell you? You know what the first thing they tell you is? About why you need to have a contractor's license? Because if you don't, nobody has to pay you nothing. Nobody has to pay you. If they find out you ain't legit, they don't have to pay you. You are and it's a misdemeanor also what you're doing. Parading around without a business, saying that you are one. See, now I'm so worked up about this because you done stressed my wife out for fucking 4 months behind this bullshit, thinking that this was going to be the come up. I entrusted in you as well to come do quality work at my house, thinking to myself, well, you got to be the Class A contractor. You keep saying that you are because you're working for this fucking company. But lo and behold, nobody ever checked. Nobody ever checked. I surely checked DPOR. Yeah. Your name, your business entity that you claim, ain't nothing about that legit. Wow, man. Crazy. So I'm thinking I could have sued you. I should have sued you. I still could sue you. I felt bad about this. Like, I wanted to go to the court. I thought I would be needed in there. Like, hey, look, yeah, we had a bad business dealing, but I still paid the dude in full, you know? I did what I was supposed to do. He just didn't do what he was supposed to do, nor was he who he said that he was. Neither. I share this with you because I can share this with you guys now. Come after me. Don't put my wife in it. You know what I mean? That's some old no good type of stuff right there. Just wild, man. You don't know. Just because a person says that they're a Class A contract and you assume that they are one, don't mean a damn thing. Don't mean a damn thing. You know what they said? So when they were dismissing the case and dude's head just dropped, you had to be the silliest person. Because you got all these lawyer fees now, you're hit with those. And you probably just didn't know. I didn't know neither until I sued the electrician that if you ain't a licensed person, nobody got to pay you a fucking thing. Don't matter if there was a contract or not. And you know, that's the even more crazy thing about this. Like, none of this was legit to begin with. And then dude wasn't even legit in the end. I'm so happy for my wife because I see how much relief she can have now dealing with this situation. And it was just sad to see that she was all, you know, stressed out behind this and there wasn't nothing I could do. And of course I felt responsible for this. Like, damn, man, dude's trying to throw me into the mix as well. I couldn't even go to court because they said it would look like I was there as like some kind of intimidator. And you see these fucking guns now. I just look like this, man. I just look like this. So what a good day today turned out to be. Nice little win for the home team. And, you know, hey, in the end, the good guys usually win. Maybe not all the time, but in a case like this, I'm sure glad to see that the good guys did win. I don't know what you was thinking you had any kind of a leg to stand on going up against. Hey, that takes some balls right there to try to sue, you know, multi-million-dollar entities. It takes some balls right there. But wild ass shit, man. Just one of them things. Lesson to be learned in all of this. Just because somebody says they're legit, looks legit, smells legit, you look them up on DPOR and make sure that they are legit. Even in the midst of all the wild shit that was taking place, dude calling me from the back of a cop car, the work being fucking subpar as shit, you got some crackhead over here doing the work, a prostitute hanging out with this crackhead, hanging around my investment property, all that shit taking place, and it never even once crossed my mind, like, you know, this dude might not be who the fuck he says he is. But all that came out the bag today. That's all I got, folks. Hey, it's Friday. I'm gonna finish editing this video for After Prison Show talking about old Jussie Smollett. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I look forward to talking with you guys again real soon. Oh, and by the way, did I say that they dismissed the fuck out of that case? Threw that shit out. Right out the fucking window. You gonna ask. Oh my God, you're gonna ask right then and there as they're throwing the case out. Can you transfer me over to a business right now? Oh man, hey, good luck to you. Good luck to you. And what the fuck?